Hey guys, welcome back. Good to see you. Long time no see. I wanted to get cozy with you guys real quick, have a little sleepover, and update you guys on my life. I'm done up right now, and I just decided not to wash my face because I just got back from a gala, or do you say gala? Gala. Like basically a college prom. I'll show you guys a little bit of footage. I'll post some pictures from my dress. Our BSM, our Black Student Movement here at UNC, threw a ball for the last day of Black History Month. It's February 28th, so we wanted to go out with a bang and it was super fun. And if you feel like you're gonna miss prom when you go to college, chances are you're gonna dress up more in college than you do in high school, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, let's get into the hair before we continue. Yes, I never wear my hair out anymore, but I had it in rope twist for the past week. I twisted it up for Chaos, which went amazing. I wanted to look hip hoppy. I wanted to look cool and look like I could dance. So I had it in twist, and then I just took them down before the gala, and I got some pretty good stretch to my hair, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully it stays intact for tomorrow. We shall see. But yeah, Chaos went really well. In case you guys didn't watch the last video, I went up to New Brunswick, New Jersey for the Chaos hip hop convention. It was dope. It was super cool. I got to see Nat Bat. She literally performed in the Super Bowl with Rihanna. It was crazy taking taking two classes from her. It was crazy. I learned 10 pieces of choreo in 2 days. It was 5 back to back to back to back to back master classes over the span of 2 days. It was insane, but I feel like I grew a lot. I grew a lot. I feel like that was the character development I needed as a dancer. And it was super cool. The drive was cool. It was kind of boring. Like the scenes were not scening, but like maybe the scenes are the friends we made along the way. Yeah, like we drove through Virginia and like I don't know my states, like Maryland. I realized that Delaware is a state. I forgot that I'm from Oklahoma, so like I can't talk about random states, but Delaware is a random state. Like in the ranking of things, the Delaware is worse than Oklahoma. Like I'm sorry. But yeah, it was like a 9 hour drive on the way there because we went through DC. So we caught some of that traffic. We got there at like 10, 11 that night. We left Durham at like 1 p.m. But then on the way back, it was like a 7 hour drive, but we didn't leave until like 5, 6. So I got back to Chapel Hill at like 2 in the morning on Sunday, and then I rolled out of bed the next morning and went to my stats class like nothing ever happened. The sad thing is like I go to bed at 2 when I'm within state lines for the entire day. So like getting back at 2 and then just immediately crawling into bed like didn't even throw off my sleep schedule, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it is what it is. What else do I want to tell you guys about? Oh, I don't know when you'll be seeing this, but the Dreamville Fest just dropped their headliners today and their set list. And I'm about to go see my baby Drake. I'm about to go see Drake. Raleigh is too close to me for me to not get those tickets. I definitely just dropped like $340. Can we have a moment of silence for my pockets? But I definitely went broke on Dreamville tickets. But I told myself this semester I'm going for experiences and not things. That's why I'm quick to go on a trip, spend a little weekend somewhere, because when am I going to do this again? And I'm blessed enough to have family that supports me and to like just be in a situation where like the money I have is like fun money. So like I am going to be grateful and use it to the best of my ability. So if I wasn't gonna get Renaissance tickets, I'm going to Dreamville. And that's just how that's gonna be. That's definitely something I want to bring you guys along for. It's like April 1st, 2nd, so it's a little while back or a little while forward, but I'll definitely bring you guys along and I'm excited. So, yeah. A closer trip that I have coming up is spring break. I'm gonna experience Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. If you're native to the Carolinas, like Myrtle Beach is just known as like the lit but a little dirty, but it's where everything is, it's where everybody goes. So it's just like it's a give or take. And like, I mean, I'm not old. Like, I'm not going to this beach to like retire. Like, I'm trying to turn up like a spring break. So, Myrtle Beach it is. Only like 3 hours from here. So, nowhere like the drive to New Jersey we just made. And it'll probably be me, 3 other girls. Hopefully, the friend group makes it out the group chat and back from spring break. I know spring break trips can be kind of cursed, but I have faith in us. I have faith in us. So I'll let you guys know on that too. So, as for trip updates, Chaos went really well in New Jersey. Spring break is in 2 weeks, and I'll be in South Carolina. And then in April, I'll still be in North Carolina. I'm going to Raleigh, but I will be going to the Dreamville Festival. So, those are the travel haps that are happening. Travel haps that are happening. Anyways, travel diary. My first little entry. I'll keep you guys updated on the rest of the stuff I do. As far as school, it's been pretty chill. I can't believe we're already halfway through a semester. I feel like now that the novelty of being a college student has worn off, it's going by so fast because everything's not new and flashy. I'm just like studying and hitting the books and just like doing my best to like pass my test. Like it's just going by so fast. Like I only have 3 more months, if that, of being a college freshman. That's terrifying to me. But here at UNC, we're getting ready to play Duke, which is the biggest game of the year. We're a basketball school. That is our rival. Go Heels. A really big deal. We lost the last game, but we're gonna win this one. Like, we're gonna win this one. We're gonna rush Franklin. Blue Devils are going down. Let's go to hell, Duke. That also reminds me, I wanted to explain why it seems like I use Duke and UNC interchangeably, and I wanted to like explain my situation to anyone who might want to like apply to UNC or Duke and is like, why is she like hopping between these two schools? I am what's called a Robertson Scholar, so it's a scholarship here. I'm blessed for it to be a full ride. It's a full merit scholarship that I applied to as a high school senior. And what's special about it is it lets you be a dual citizen between UNC Chapel Hill and Duke University. So UNC is my home school, but I can take classes over there at Duke. I'm actually going to be minoring in computer science at Duke because UNC doesn't have a comp sci minor right now, so I can just pick it up at Duke. And then I can take classes at either school and apply them towards my major or my minor. So it's really cool. And so like UNC is my home school and I can take classes at Duke. And then there are what we call Duke Robertsons, where there are people on the same scholarship where Duke is their home school, but they still come over here and say they wanted to pick up a minor that we have at UNC or even another major. So a lot of us, maybe not a lot of us, but some of us will do like one UNC major and one Duke major and just like combine it. And so it just opens those resources for me, which is so cool. I recommend any high school seniors to apply to the scholarship. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, so that's how I'm on a Duke dance team, but I'm still a Tar Heel at heart. I hope that makes sense. Don't get it twisted. Duke is cool and all. I love the people I dance with. However, when the rivalry comes to play, we bleed the light blue, the better blue, Carolina blue. Make no mistake. Yeah, that rivalry is coming up. As you can imagine, as someone who's tied to both schools, rivalries get really deep. A common misconception is that I win either way, but it's actually higher stakes for me because I know so many people at Duke have it out for me because I rep UNC and then we butt heads every time we play. And so losing to them last time was very humbling because my phone was blowing up with Dookies all in my phone. But we're gonna flip the script this time. We're in our comeback era. Pete Nance has been playing good. They've got us. They've got us. Other school related things. I did something really scary and I cold emailed a professor asking about research. So, if you don't know, a cold email is when you reach out to a professor that you've never really interacted with before, like you haven't had their class or anything, and you just say, like, hey, found your lab website, I really like what you're doing, it aligns with what I want to potentially do as a career. Would you be willing to take on an undergrad like myself and let me volunteer in your lab? And so I am debatably pre-med right now. I'm a biology major, but the more like programming and like data science and like programming and the more I do my little hacky stuff, I realize that I really like it and I really like tech and analyzing data. And I think it'd be really cool if I was like, well, what if I combine this with biology? And I came in not really loving the idea of research because before I thought the only way to do research was to like become a professor at an institution like a college, but like research has a hand in everything, especially data science. Literally every single thing uses data science, like Facebook collecting that data. Like, you know how people would be like, oh my gosh, your phones are collecting all this data and da 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 da. Like, I'm not saying I would do that, but like everyone uses data. So like no matter what industry or like field you go into, like there is a tech and like a data analysis component of that. But I say all that to say, I've been really interested in that lately. So I reached out to this professor and I was like, hey, love your work, girl. You like biology? I like biology. I'm a biology student. And it was this lady and she was all about like, um, yeah, I really want to like expand sample sizes and make sure that like African American populations are getting what they need out of research. And I said, girl, I'm African American. Like, I have those qualifications. So, like, you want to be diverse? Like, let me join your lab. So, like, I was like, in my letter, I was like, as a black woman in STEM, just so like she knows. And then I was showing my mom. I was like, I put my headshot at the bottom of the letter just so she can like see me and be like, okay, black girl. This woman is not black. So I need to do all that, but you know, just slid it in there. And okay, usually the culture or like the expectation with like cold emailing professors is those are busy people, especially if they're busy enough to be doing research and be like a full-time professor. Like those emails can sit for weeks. Like you might never hear from them, like ever, and that might just like it might just disappear into the void. She emailed me back in 12 minutes. So I was literally going to like exit out of my inbox and never look at it again. Like I was just like, oh, here goes, and just forget about it. She emailed me back so fast, and I was like my friend was sitting next to me in class, and she was like, "Did you just cold email and like just get a response? Like it's like unheard of." And I was like, "Wow, I am feeling blessed and highly favored." But she got back to me, and now we are meeting next Thursday. So obviously it's not like confirmed, but she was like, "Yeah, I would love to discuss you possibly joining my team." So I might be a real like woman in STEM and do like research and stuff. So I think that's my last academic update. But to recap academic updates, my whole double agent Duke UNC situation. We play Duke this Saturday. Spring break is coming up, but I mentioned that already. And I might get to do research soon. So, yeah. I think the last thing on our chit chat sleepover agenda is maybe just like a life update, like a general like self update. Starting to focus like being alone, like really like being alone and learning to be alone, because going to college, like, it can be lonely and that can be terrifying, it can be scary, but it can also be really exciting because when you think about it, especially when you go away from home, like anywhere away from home is away from home, but with me being halfway across the country and not just being like a drive away from my parents if I needed them, you gotta fend for yourself. Obviously, they're there. If I need money, I can call them. But if I get sick, my mom can't bring me NyQuil. I have to walk to the store and take care of myself. Like, I have to nurse myself back to health. And it's like little things like that that I'm realizing how to do. And so I say all that because I'm learning, like, first I learned how to be alone and like taking care of myself and being independent. And now I'm learning how to be alone as far as not looking for external validation. It's just me like learning how to be alone and not looking for attention. Say I might have some like attention seeking tendencies. It's more like wanting to always have someone by my side, wanting like a friend group, wanting to be in communication with someone at all times. And I'm learning as like my relationships come and go and change and people outgrow other people, and as people go on their individual journeys, I'm learning that it's okay. And like, not only is it okay, it's for the best if I just learn to like be with myself and like sit with myself and like feel my feelings all the way and not try to distract myself from them, because a very constant question in my life is, am I happy or am I just distracted? Because I am a busybody, and when I feel things going wrong, I just put more things on my calendar, and I'm trying to break out of that. I'm trying to like prioritize downtime and like time with myself. So, in my life update, I guess I don't want to sound preachy, but I do want to say like learn to be by yourself. If you can't stand quiet, why? Like if your thoughts are loud, listen to them. Like sit with them for a little bit and they get quieter. I guess my last life update is just me coming to the realization that I want to get to know myself better. And when I know myself, I'll be better equipped to get to know others, whether that's in like a platonic capacity, a romantic capacity one day. And it just equips me for life, because you've got to know yourself. Because I mean, you're the only person that you can know is real. For all I know, everything else is a hallucination. And you should think about that. Don't think about it too much, but just think like, you will never know what other people are thinking, so you might as well get comfortable with your own thoughts. Just a thought. But yeah, that's my rumination of this video, I guess. Yeah, like when you have a sleepover and after like delirium, you guys are like, wow, what if like you guys just start asking like the existential questions. That was mine, so we got that out of the way. But yeah, as far as like life has been good. I'm trying to stay on top of keeping you guys posted, getting these videos out for you guys without sweatshopping it, and just like being authentic and making sure that I'm so consistent. So, I think that's all I have to say. We talked about travel diary things, we talked about school and being a woman in STEM, and I gave you guys my little piece of wisdom. That's about it. If you're watching this around the time that I filmed it, go to bed, first of all. You probably have class in the morning, or a shift. So get some good rest. I'm trying to do better at that too. If you're watching this throughout the day, take some time to yourself. Practice being alone because it's a skill. Like, it doesn't come naturally. Like, we're social creatures. But in order to be a good social creature, you have to be like socially competent with yourself. Gotta learn to talk to yourself and love to yourself, just like you have to learn to talk and love other people. That is all I have. That's all I got. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much. I love every single one of you. Yeah, thanks. Stay tuned for the next video. Watch some past ones. Make sure to like and subscribe. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Drink lots of. Good night. Love you.